And the question is, with so much infrastructure going into those underground tunnels and underground weapons caches and the like, I mean, this is all money and resources and engineering and capability that could have gone into developing industries and schools and hospitals and resources for the people of Gaza. And the big question no one can really tell from outside is just to what extent the Palestinian people in Gaza resent Hamas for the way they've been treated.
I think you're right. We don't know. Look, I'm not that far away. I'm maybe an hour's drive away in a 2-minute missile launch. But there's no way of assessing because the people there, they're living in a terrorist dictatorship. So if you ask, you can't ask them. Nobody can ask them what they think. We don't know what will happen. Look, I think the most likely scenario right now from what we're seeing, and by the way, Israel lost 11 soldiers yesterday in the Hamas attacks because the Israelis are trying to surround the main areas of Hamas command posts. And that's what we're seeing here, surround and destroy them. And they're all built in the middle of cities. So what we may see soon, maybe the best scenario, is a collapse of the Hamas leadership. And then an opportunity with all the rubble and all the destructiveness to start again. And that's where we have to see what the people there are willing to do. Are they willing to work to make this area in which they live, 1.5 million, maybe more people, into a place where there are jobs and industry and not just building rockets and missiles. You know, all that humanitarian aid built kilometers of these concrete tunnels for terrorism, and they built at least 30,000 rockets. And we got a few hundred each day. We're up to about 9,000 now since October 7th. That's the biggest industry in Gaza. So you have all these people who are saying, and we hear them in Australia, all sorts of aid groups and UN officials and politicians who say, Palestinians are suffering in Gaza, we have to help them. Well, they haven't helped them by giving them aid that's stolen by Hamas for all this kinds of destruction. So is there going to be a complete shift in the understanding of how this works, of the reality on the ground, and saying we're going to help them because we're going to turn it into a real society where there are going to be jobs and industry, and it's not going to be all about destroying Israel, which it's been since 1948? That's very hard to tell, but it's got to be done. That's the only way we're going to get out of this.